Please remember that this is just a melody.
I wish you were around more, I wish that we hung out more. I hate having to deal with this single parent household. Wish it was the way that we could rewind our time to make up for what was lost and see what we'll find. Rewind our time. Rewind our time.
I'm starting to understand why you did it, Dad. Cause this temptation is something that I have never had to deal with before. For real it can scar, and it can make the brightest days turn cold and dark. But still, it doesn't take away the pain it caused. And I can hold it all inside, but when it rains it pours. But I wanted all the world to be blind to my crime, so I covered up my eyes like I covered up the signs. Cause I guess I never really was fine when I said I was. Guess those Christmas cards were never really read enough. I guess I might have never felt that I was ever loved. Guess that's exactly what standing at your wedding does. When you're joining with that bitch that tears us apart. And how you love her more than me, wearing at my heart. Looking back I understand why you left, but why'd it have to be the place you go to next?
I wish you were around more, I wish that we hung out more. I hate having to deal with this single parent household. Wish it was the way that we could rewind our time to make up for what was lost and see what we'll find. Rewind our time. Rewind our time. I wish you were around more, I wish that we hung out more. I hate having to deal with this single parent household. Wish it was the way that we could rewind our time to make up for what was lost and see what we'll find. Rewind our time. Rewind our time. Oh man, you're more fun when mom's not around. Finally hit you when those words fell out of my mouth. You knew I was even the witness to the falling out, and at the age of 6 became the man of the house. I remember having dreams of you dying in them. Not to say I wanted you gone, felt like you was often missing. I also remember the ones where mom would try to kill me. She felt like you were gone, discipline was heavy duty. I often felt threatened, like she was out to get me, like it was Armageddon, but I just couldn't get it. I know I won't forget it, the pain and the tension, the hurt and frustration she had it, you was misdirected. No, I ain't trying to say you didn't love me, and no, I ain't say you wasn't ever there for me. I'm saying looking back now that it kinda hurts. I know you did your best, it could've been worse. This song goes out to know you all the single parents out there, single parent households, kids in the household. I came up out of one. My dad wasn't there as much as I wanted him to be, not his fault. I love with all my heart, knowing if it's the same way. Him and my mom just, they had some shit they couldn't, hash out, so there was divorce involved. Came over every other weekend, holidays, I got to see him, but it's just not as much as I wanted to. So everybody's got a single parent household out there. They know whether mom's gone, dad's gone, whatever circumstances they got. They know where I'm coming from, they know how hard it gets sometimes. Just try to think back. You can't ever come up with any good memories from when you're younger. But just hold your head up.
It's like my life just been missing something so far gone. But lately I really wish it wasn't. The distance from us from different summers is nothing new. Single parenting is apparently hard to do. My mom did it fine though, and that's the truth. For single parents it's a war, man, support the troops. Cause being a soldier for your family, it's a real battle. And being in that fight alone, damn, life is fragile.
Just a melody.